Our final reader tonight is Scott James, who writes fiction under the pen name Kemble Scott. Scott is a media mogul. Winner of 3 Emmy Awards for television news, he was finalist for the Lambda Literary Award for his debut novel Soma, which he launched in part with a series of YouTube videos in which Kemble Scott takes us to some of the scenes in his novel. This is believed to be the first time any author launched a book this way. Soma went on to be a San Francisco Chronicle bestseller. His second book, The Sower, was released exclusively as an ebook and was the first novel to be sold by the online publisher Script.com. This attracted a lot of media attention, and when Numina published The Sower at the end of last August, the book immediately hit the Chronicle's bestseller list. In October, Scott released a digital version, 2.0. It's another first. The book has the amazing premise of a man who can cure any and all diseases, but only through sexual intercourse. And the man is not the most reputable of characters. Scott also founded and still edits the Soma Literary Review, a journal that publishes new voices from our city's subculture, which for a long time included a weekly event calendar of all the literary happenings in the city that he sent out as an email, which I know most of you know desperately needed doing. I moved to San Francisco fortuitously right as Scott stopped doing this email list. It was the summer of 2009, and Scott was walking through the Costco parking lot when he received a phone call from someone identifying himself as an editor of a newspaper, and who asked Scott, "How would you like to be a columnist for the New York Times?" I thought it was a practical joke, he said. "Really?" And that's how I responded. Scott continues, "Eventually, the man persuaded me that he might be for real, so I said very skeptically, 'Sure.' Well, that set in motion a series of events, interviews, vetting, and auditioning. And then Bill Keller, the executive editor, read his 2 novels and met with Scott, and after months he got the gig. But he still didn't believe it, and it wasn't until the newspaper was literally in his hands that he was able to tell people that he had a new job. And since then, Scott may be championed or blamed, depending on your side, for the prevention of a corporate takeover in Sausalito, for garnering attention to a black World War II veteran who may now receive the Medal of Honor, and for keeping the beloved Ike's Place in San Francisco, to name just a very few. He seems to always know everything before the rest of us, and his stories are thorough and fair. Ladies and gentlemen, a true inspiration to me, the man with 2 names, but who always answers to Scott. Scott James.
Bravo!